Hey guys, welcome to C-Suite. My name is Crystal, and today we're going to be talking all about trademarks. So I know it's the beginning of the year. You may be thinking about starting a new business, or maybe you're thinking about expanding your business, and you want to know the process of getting a trademark. I know when I was looking to get mine, I was looking for a very detailed step-by-step video on kind of what went into that, and I couldn't find anything. So I have gone through every email correspondence that I had with the attorney that I worked with. I have that all listed here on my iPad, so if you see me looking down, that's why. And we are going to dig into what that process looked like, as well as how much it costs. Quick disclaimer before I get into this: I am not an attorney. This is not legal advice. I am just walking you guys through what my process looked like. So what I'll do is I will put the attorney that I worked with's information in the description box, and you can reach out to her if you have any additional questions. So this is going to be a long, chatty video, so grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, whatever it is that you drink, and let's jump right in. So on April 29th, 2022, I scheduled a trademark consultation on her website. I don't remember at the time if this had a fee associated with it, but I know that now it is $30. I did check her website just a few minutes ago. So the first step was to go to her website and schedule a consultation. We had that initial meeting on May 2nd, 2022, where she walked me through the process. She asked for some background information on my company, and we also talked about what classes I would be registering for. So a class is basically a category of items that you're looking to trademark. So for me, I was trademarking my brand for stationery as well as drinkware. And then this was also a time for me to ask her any questions that I had. So if you do schedule a consultation, I suggest you go in with a list of questions and just use this time to get all of your questions answered before you dive into the process and sign a contract or, dish out any money. On May 4th, 2022, so 2 days later, I signed an initial contract, and this contract stated that within 10 days, I would receive comprehensive search results for my mark. So that meant that her and her team would go on the USPTO website and whatever other tools that they have and make sure that the mark that I was requesting wasn't in conflict with a mark that already existed. On May 16th, 2022, I received an email notification from her letting me know that she had completed her comprehensive review and she was ready to talk about those results with me. She and I met on May 19th, 2022. We talked about the results and whether or not my application was high risk or low risk. High risk would mean that my mark potentially conflicted with one that already existed. And then, of course, low risk would mean that it likely did not. My application was determined to be low risk. So on May 20th, 2022, so the very next day, I received an email from her confirming whether or not I wanted to move forward. On May 25th, 2022, so about 5 days later, I received a draft trademark application, and I was to review this and then respond with any changes that I had, which I did complete that same day. The next day, May 26, 2022, my trademark application was officially filed with the USPTO, or the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. She let me know at that time that the application was expected to take 9 to 12 months, and I would receive an update at the 3-month mark, the 6-month mark, the 7-month mark, and then again once the application was approved. At this point, I was allowed to start using the TM symbol after my name. It doesn't have any legal significance, but it does let others know that I am asserting ownership of that mark. Once my trademark is officially registered, then I can change the TM to the R symbol. Now let's forward a couple of months to August 26, 2022. This was my 3-month check-in. At this time, she let me know that my application hadn't been assigned to a federal attorney at the USPTO yet, but it should be under review within the next 6 months. She also let me know that there were a high volume of trademarks being registered at this time, and so that's why it's taking a little bit longer than expected, but she would give me another update in 30 days. 3 months later, on November 25th, 2022, I received my 6-month update, and she let me know that my application would undergo review by a federal attorney within the next 3.5 months. She also let me know that I would receive another update in 30 days. About a month later, December 31st, 2022, I received my 7-month update. At this time, she let me know that my application was scheduled to be reviewed by a federal attorney at the USPTO within the next 2 to 3 months. At that time, the attorney would review my application and determine whether whether or not it met the requirements for registration. If it didn't, their office, my attorney's office, would receive an official office action, and then they would respond to any of those requests that came from USPTO. My application was finally assigned to a federal attorney on March 15th, 2023. On April 19th, 2023, I was asked to submit a specimen of one of my stationery products with my name on it. So all I had to do was take one of my notepads that had my logo on it, take a picture of it, and send it to my attorney, and then she submitted that to USPTO on my behalf. A few days later, on April 25th, I was asked to submit a similar specimen for my drinkware. On May 2nd, 2023, the attorney that I was working with submitted our statement of use. If the evidence that we submitted was accepted, the trademark would then register in about 10 to 12 weeks. If it was not accepted, we would have to submit new specimens. About 3.5 months later, August 24th, 2023, I hadn't received an update yet, so I reached out to the attorney and just asked kind of, what the status was. She let me know that, again, due to the high volume of requests that were coming in, our response was still pending processing. She let me know that she was closely monitoring it and would notify me as soon as there was an update. On October 11th, 2023, I received notification that my trademark was finally ready for publication. So publication is where the USPTO will publish your trademark for opposition. So if anyone opposes your mark or thinks it shouldn't be registered, they have 30 days to do so, and they do that by filing a notice of opposition. If no opposition was filed, my application would return back to the federal attorney for a final review, and then if nothing else was required, my trademark would move forward with being registered. At that time, I didn't have a publication date, so I didn't know when my 30 days would start, but the attorney let me know she would let me know as soon as we had a date. On October 31st, 2023, my trademark was officially published to the Trademark Official Gazette, and that is when my 30 days started. On December 1st, 2023, I received notification that my trademark was not opposed, and so it has now been sent back to the federal attorney for a final review. At that point, I was told that my trademark should be officially registered within the next 8 to 12 weeks. I received an email notification from the USPTO that my trademark had been officially registered on January 16th, 2024. On January 22nd, so a few days later, I received a similar notification from the attorney that I was working with. She also let me know that I could then change the TM symbol to the R symbol after my name, and then she kind of talked to me about what the process would be to keep my trademark active. She also let me know that I would receive a gold seal certificate in the mail within 8 to 12 weeks, and I received that on June 12th, 2024, and I have it on my wall right there. So that is the process that it took for me to get my trademark registered. In all, it took me 1 year and 8 months. Now let's talk about the costs. So in total, I paid $1,650 to have my trademark registered. She did allow me to pay that in installments, so I paid a third of it up front as my retainer. I paid another third 30 days later, and then I paid the last third 30 days after that. This did include 2 classes, so I did have an additional fee for that, so it probably was $1,500 and then an extra $150 for the second class. So just keep that in mind. If you have multiple classes, it is better for you to go ahead and register all of those classes at once rather than try to do it at the end, because there is no way to go in and modify your trademark as far as I am aware. So for example, if I want to expand into selling t-shirts, right, I cannot just go modify my existing trademark and add t-shirts. I would have to file a whole new trademark application and pay that $1,600 again. Sorry about that, guys, my battery died. But that was my process for getting my brand trademarks. You'll have to let me know if you've been through this process before. How long did it take you? I don't know, I feel like 1 year and 8 months, almost 2 years is a long time, but maybe that's the normal. You guys will have to let me know. Also, like I said, I'm going to put the attorney that I use information in the description box so you can reach out to her if you have any questions. I hope this video was useful for you. If it was, make sure you let me know, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.